Hey, and welcome back to the ASL List channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 United States presidential facts. Hey guys, just a real quick thing before we get started. I decided to make this new video and then my air conditioning went out and the biggest heat wave of the summer hit. So if you see anything off about my signing, please just ignore it. It's temporary. Did George Washington have a middle name? Middle names were not popular until around the 1800s, also known as the 19th century. Our first president, George Washington, whose name sign looks like this, was born in the year 1732. That means he didn't have a middle name. Andrew Johnson was a tailor. Our 17th President of the United States' name was Andrew Johnson. The job he had before becoming Vice President to Abraham Lincoln and then later President of the United States was that of a tailor, which meant that he made clothes and made them to fit someone perfectly. His business was extremely successful. There was even a rumor that went around the Washington, D.C. area that he knew all of the tailors by name in D.C. and would just go down to their shops to have a chat. Teddy Roosevelt's daughter Alice. President Theodore Roosevelt, better known by his nickname Teddy Roosevelt as shown by his name sign, President Teddy. He had a daughter whose name was Alice. She was his oldest daughter, and she was very mischievous and unruly. One time, during her father's presidency, she took his shotgun and proceeded to climb to the top of the White House roof, and she shot off a few rounds of ammunition from the roof. Thankfully, no one was harmed during this adventure. Alice would also do a lot of other things as well. For example, she made bets with a bookie. So, at that time in history, women who did such things were looked down upon. It was not seen as proper behavior. Alice would also enter the president's official meetings and offer her advice on whatever the topic of conversation was. Finally, one day, a brave soul asked President Roosevelt, "Sir, please, can you control your daughter?" And the president responded with this quote, "I can do one of two things. I can be President of the United States of America, or I can control my daughter Alice. I cannot do both." End quote. Alice was so unmanageable that her father, her own father, compared trying to deal with her to controlling a country. Wow. Chester Arthur, the Dude President. Our 21st President of the United States of America's name was Chester Arthur. He also had a nickname that was given to him by the press at the time, which was the Dude President. Why, do you ask? Well, he had a love of clothes, and the word dude at the time and to this day can mean a man who has a love of wearing fashionable clothing and is from the city. The gossip during his presidency at one point was that President Arthur would change his clothes many, many times every day. But this may not be true. Thomas Jefferson was a ginger. Most pictures of our third president of the United States of America, Thomas Jefferson, depict him as having white hair. But that's a little bit of a misdirect. You see, at that time in history, men and women of the noble and royal and rich classes found that they preferred wearing white powdered wigs, which would ensure that their hair was always perfectly in place. So, a lot of pictures don't necessarily show a person's true hair color from that time period. But President Jefferson did have red hair, and I managed to find a picture of him showing that red hair. Bonus fact! President George Washington didn't like wearing the wigs, so every morning he would use flour and he would spend several hours putting that through his hair to make it appear that he was wearing a wig. Silly man. And those are 5 facts about the United States presidents that you may not have known. Do you want me to make more president fact videos? Let me know by leaving a like or by leaving a comment down below. You can do both, even. And if enough people are interested, I will make more in the future. There were many more facts about our presidents that were just endearing and funny that I couldn't put them all into this video, but maybe in the future I can. Please share this video with your friends, family, even your dog if you want, and don't forget to subscribe to the ASL List channel here on YouTube so that you don't miss any new videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!